for the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Sunday night basketball. It's going to be the Houston Rockets up against the Orlando Magic. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew.
And ready to get it going, we see the Magic. We are in Orlando, Florida, as the Magic are about to go into this interconference contest right here. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And the guys checking out DeMar DeRozan here. What can we expect?
I don't know of too many other players, Kevin, who have his level of concentration offensively. He just seems to have that singular focus you need as a shooter that, you know, even if a defender's all over you, you still just lock in and let it go.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
And right now, the Rockets, they like to start this road trip off on a positive note. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
Checking out Houston, you got to go back to the preseason preparation. It was really solid. They established a style of play that was perfect for their personnel, and it's paid immediate dividends at the start of this season.
And the personnel you mentioned wasn't necessarily well respected coming into the season, but they're quickly earning a lot of respect from around the league.
Curry kicks to Ewing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ewing's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Rockets. Here's Poole. No good from outside. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against Indiana.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
They grabbed their own miss, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
And he's good on the second. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He singled out KG as a player they would like to contain. He said that it goes beyond what KG can contribute in the stat sheet, explaining when Garnett gets going with his intensity, that just feeds into the rest of the team and it becomes a vicious cycle. Keeping Kevin from igniting his team is something they'd like to avoid here.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Shot clock at 6. The three from Thomas. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Curry's got the ball. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game. He's perfect from the line this time.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Wallace with a screen on DeRozan. Back to Wallace. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
Passes it to Garnett. Garnett left side. He kicks to Curry. Defended by Poole. Lets it go. Kept alive. Here's Ewing. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Ewing's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
There's the pick. Wallace with a screen on DeRozan. And it's blocked by Garnett.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
All alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
Here's Curry. The Magic getting the bucket. He feeds it to Ewing. Thompson outside. Thompson right side. Stolen by Thomas. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Tatum Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Magic have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets leading by 3. Pass to Garnett. Feeds to Curry. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the basket Poole. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Here's Ewing. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Ewing's got 6 points.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Basket Poole. Fires for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Ewing. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. 4th, the Magic.
Yeah, what a tremendous year they've had so far offensively. Those are special numbers they're putting up.
So it's Orlando now. They trail by 1. Uncovered. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Garnett. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Orlando with the ball. Tatum. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Oh, he's explosive, Kevin. I mean, a lot of time, all it takes is a basket or 2 to really get his motor running. And suddenly, he becomes almost impossible to handle.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Back to Thomas. The 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
Ewing. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Orlando with the ball. To the paint. Here's Monk. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Ivy. Averaging 8 points a game. Rejected by Howard. Inside. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
We got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. First in fewest turnovers a game. 4th in scoring. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And what's most impressive out of all those numbers, Clark, is the few turnovers that they commit. Because now all of a sudden you're executing, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense because they know they're not going to force a lot of steals and get out in transition to find easy points.
It's rebounded by Ivy.
Well, that's not really his game. I mean, he shouldn't be shooting the ball from out there.
.135 left in the first quarter of the game. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. We're out halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at Houston. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, Denver, right behind them, just one spot down.
You know, checking out the Rockets, boy, they've been one of the big stories of the early season so far. And for all the right reasons, too.
Yeah, that's right. They've been better than anybody could have predicted to this point. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play together. The pieces seem to fit. And, you know, they were flying under the radar, but all of a sudden now people are starting to recognize how good they are.
So it's Orlando now after the three-pointer from Green. Here's Monk, and he makes good on the layup. And the Magic lead by 2.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Here's Ewing. Bank shot, no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
And you got to time up the clock. It's easier said than done. But you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Isaac. From outside, off the mark. Houston's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Kicks it to Green. He passes to Ewing. Buries the easy one. Ewing's got 12.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
It's all tied in Orlando. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Coming up this Monday night, January 15th, the Minnesota.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, Steve and Clark, what do you think?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston. Orlando trailing here. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
They lost both games they played against this team last year, which tells you a little bit about how their season went as a whole.
Isaac misses the 3.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. It's just not working for him right now. Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And Orlando has possession. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Well, Steve talked about getting swept in the season series last year. Certainly a fate they're hoping Clark to avoid this season.
That's right, Kevin. It was not a season to remember for either of them.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ivy. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
You got to love his position near the hoop, anticipating the play and getting the putback.
Isaac. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
And you know that Golden State game, guys, has a lot of attention on it.
Houston making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Rockets leading by 4. Green kicks to DeRozan. Puts up a 3. Cannot hit.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time. Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Wallace the screen. Tatum. He squares up and sinks it. He's got 11.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Back to DeRozan. Here's the screen. Step back shot. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. And you look at DeRozan, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes that you really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Orlando has possession. 6-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it's a game they'd really like to have. Yeah, Kevin, he's one of the great ball handlers in this league. Just watch what he's able to do with his dribble and how hard he makes it for his defender to stay with him.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
Klay Thompson is checked in for the Rockets. The screen from Thompson. DeRozan with it. Now Thomas defending. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Looney.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 8 points. Here's Thomas. He picked up 21 points in their last one against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Tatum. No good on the triple.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Let's see some of the numbers here for DeMar DeRozan. Some quality basketball from him this year. 10th in free throw shooting, 12th in assists. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
Steve, you mentioned his top 10 free throw percentage. I mean, it's really a strong part of his game, and he's the kind of guy that if you're defending him, you don't want to foul him. Make him earn him from the field. Don't send him to the line.
Garnett defended by Gasol. That is good. He's got 5.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
But he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
Rockets leading by 4. Thompson outside. On its way from Curry for 2. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
That's good. 13 points in the game.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now here's Curry. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Here's Thomas, and the rejection by DeRozan. Here's Wallace. Soft touch off the glass. Wallace has got 5. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow. Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one.
Now here's DeRozan. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Now here's Thompson. After the miss from Poole, dishes it to DeRozan. Looney.
That's a second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for Houston. He dishes it to Curry. There's the feed to DeRozan. Lock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
There's the dish to Thomas. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them. It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Passes to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Now, here's Thomas. After the miss from Kevin Garnett. With a 3, Thomas no luck.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That's his first three-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Tatum. And the 3 ball is good. 14 points for him.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Ewing a screen on Thomas. Ewing the pass to Curry. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
Here's Poole. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. Houston making some changes. Draymond Green comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Curry subbed in for Klay Thompson. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
They didn't shoot it particularly well from the line in the first quarter. They're doing better right now.
They set the screen. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And he sinks the shot coming off a strong pick.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And DeRozan, here we go. Up in time. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so that brings the first.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's been a... Memphis.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. The Magic trail by 7. They've got Pau Gasol. Also Wallace out there. And it's Thomas in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And DeRozan kicks to Ewing. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, Orlando shooting reasonably well, 45%. Wallace with a screen on DeRozan. He used that pick to get in close. 16 points for him.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
He kicks it to Curry. Shoots from the elbow. That's good on the jump shot. Curry's got 13 points.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
No good from Poole. Rockets leading by 7. He feeds it to Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. You take a look at Thompson. 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
These are the gunners, guys. They've got the green light at all times because we know what they can do beyond the arc.
Freedom given is freedom earned, Steve. By putting up those kinds of numbers, they've earned their freedom. And at that position, you got a job to do, and they do it well.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Wallace. Curry dishes to Thompson. Pass to Ewing and stolen by Wallace. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball.
Just a fantastic game for Thomas. He's got 11 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
Rockets leading by 3. Curry outside, and it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wallace misses.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at Atlanta, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Orlando. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Well, looking at Orlando, they found themselves in the playoff picture here in the early going. This is not something most people expected, but here they are making noise.
They're showing signs of life this season, Clark, and after a tough season a year ago, some definite optimism. The question is just how good can this team become?
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Poole. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. 2nd in field goal percentage. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. And they also show up in the top 5 in not giving up the ball. This is a low turnover team. They value possessions, and they really concentrate on taking care of the rock.
Now let's talk about the shooting for a second, Clark, because you look at that number. That's impressive. And that's a direct result of having a game plan every night, being well coached, disciplined, and really working hard and being unselfish in order to get good shots.
Clock at 2. Another miss by Houston.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They got to loosen up here.
Back to Gasol. Working on Garnett for the lead. And it's Gasol getting it to go. They got on this a little while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Garnett the pass to Curry. Thompson outside to end the drought. And the shot is good. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, you know, when they need a big 3, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and string together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time.
Here's Monk. Hits the 3-point bomb. He's got 7. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
Here are the Magic now after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Outside Curry. Feeds it to DeRozan. The pass to Ivey. Wide open shot is on the money. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Howard with his screen on Kirk. Here's Poole. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And one other thing I would add is the mid-range game has been really impressive. I mean, they're showing great touch on some of those 15, 17-footers.
Ewing, count it, and the foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
How about that play? Great body control, still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Thomas checked in for the Magic.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. He's got to do a better job defensively.
Gets it to go.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Pass to Ewing. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is on the mark. Ewing's got 6 here in this quarter.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. Their next game is at New Orleans Arena for a game with the Pelicans. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. And he makes the first. And the Rockets making a change here. So he gets them both. For Houston, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Kicks it to Thompson. From deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Rockets trail by 3. Green with the ball. Gasol covering. Budzinski sinks the triple. He's got 9.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Tatum lays it up and banks it in. And the Magic lead by 2.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Outside, Green. Dishes it to Ivy. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Magic have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead. Back to Green. Shoots. Orlando grabs the miss.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Wallace gets to Gasol. Launches it. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 1, the Magic.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
The Rockets again can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Wallace kicks to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. And Orlando again with the bucket. 35 seconds left to play here in the third. He dishes it to Ivy. Outside, Green. Budzinski sinks the three-pointer. 12 points for him.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
The feed to Wallace. Outside Thomas. Tatum. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. He's got 23. Here's Green. The shot is off. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Magic lead by 6. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
Coming up Monday, January 15th, the goal.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Magic.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Ewing. Garnett out there with DeRozan. Then there's Stephen Curry. Thomas dishes to Gasol. Isaac from beyond the arc. They get it back.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
Now here's Curry. He passes to Garnett. The dish to Ewing. Passes it to Curry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And the Rockets making a change here. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Upside Thomas. Isaac guarded by Garnett. Here's Poole. It's good from long range. 20 points for him.
And a nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you keep a lot of pressure on the other team.
Now here's DeRozan. He kicks to Garnett.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Tatum guarded by Garnett. The pass to Poole. The 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over and try to tighten things up here.
You know, a part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He was definitely not pleased. He said, you guys look lethargic out there, and told them they've got to increase their activity level. He ended the huddle by saying, this is not going to get the job done. I want to see who's going to step up.
Magic leading by 10. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, despite that possession, something I've liked is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
Now here's Curry. Shoots it up. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And Orlando has possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
I got him.
Here's Fultz. Thompson with the block. But he gets it back. Clock is at 3. The Magic need to get a shot off here. No good from Poole. Rockets trail by 8. He feeds it to Curry. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
rifles. He's covered by Johnson. Wallace, good. And the Magic lead by 8. Houston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Wallace with the screen on Curry. Here's Poole, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That's his 6th three-pointer of the game, 3 in each half.
DeRozan with a screen for Curry. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. The Magic making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And it's the Magic with the ball, leading by 5. Tatum, DeRozan defending. Pass to Thomas. And that one's good. Thomas got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Thompson against Thomas. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan passes to Ewing. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
So it's Orlando now. It's a 5-point game. Thomas off a pick from Wallace. Thomas goes in, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot out.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
For Houston, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Curry with it. Gasol covering. Here's Garnett. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. The Magic leading by 5. Pass to Poole. Feeds to Gasol. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here's Ewing, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. For Orlando, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Outside Thomas. He passes it to Poole. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Kicks to Thomas. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Kept alive Orlando.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball. How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 23 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight. They're still right in this thing, but missing the free throw keeps them in a 2-possession deficit.
Tatum, DeRozan defending. Pass to Poole. No good. Curry with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 4. DeRozan with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Dishes it to Curry. The screen from Thompson. And that one's good. 26 points for Steph Curry.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, they came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
And Orlando has possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They're whistled for a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
He just has such a great rhythm at the line, whether it's with a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance like it is now.
Here's Garnett. Rebound by Wallace. Magic leading by 4. Tatum. A three-pointer is right on target. 26 points for him.
second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
And DeRozan kicks to Ewing. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Orlando's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the 4th quarter. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. Thomas kicks to Wallace. He dishes it to Gasol. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Houston. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry dishes to DeRozan. Leads him in there. Garnett. Good work defensively by Gasol. The Magic shooting it brilliantly here late. 60% from the field. Wallace. No good. Great D that time from DeRozan. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. That's off as well, so he misses both. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. 23 seconds left in the 4th. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. There's Green with the 3. No up. Magic shooting at 51%. Really solid. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks.